Just take advantage of ebbs and flows of the market. Couple points at this point juncture is what we're looking at, only because that's the kind of volatility we're getting right now. Sometimes that could change with the added volatility, but for the time being, 2 points, 3 points, that's what we're kind of shooting for, using our levels to give us those opportunities. And then any price action trades, we average about 4 to 5 trades a day, and we focus on the morning hours to give us those opportunities. There are no economic reports coming out this morning. What a surprise. Okay, next support level on the downside we're looking at is down here at 70. No economic reports this morning. VIX is trading at a 16 handle, 16 and a half around. If it goes like this, that will get us definitely to the 15s. Well, maybe Wednesday will keep us up here. We'll see. Well, maybe Wednesday or Thursday, I guess. It'll give us a little volatility, especially if they don't raise. And even if they raise, I think the market has bought it coming up to this level because of them cutting. And if they cut, it could kind of buy a rumor, sell the fact type of situation. I don't know. We'll see. See what happens. Again, we don't really care. We just want the opportunities to trade using levels or as price action trades.
Hey, quick shout out and welcome to Roger E. Hey, Roger, I just posted a chat message, a welcome message. On the bottom of that are the coaching levels that we are working this morning. So read through the message, give you a quick understanding about what we do here, how we do it, why we do it. And on the bottom are today's coaching levels that Sal's working during this session. At 11, when we end, if you have any questions, we can connect. Thank you.
All right, we'll continue to downtick here a little bit, looking at the 70 area next is our next support level. All right, slowly downticking here, looking at the 70 areas, our next support level. Again, we are scalping many S&Ps. We're trying to find areas of inflection to create scalping opportunities. We did bounce off of our 80 first support level there, gave us a good quick scalp for a couple points, and now we're continuing to slowly downtick here. We're looking at 70 areas our next opportunity. 73 is the overnight low. We're looking at 70 area. If anybody has any questions about what we do here or how we do things, make sure you put them in the chat.
And make sure you open up the chat area in Zoom.
All right, quickly coming down here again to overnight low here at 73. If you're a little bit interested in that little price action. Again, everybody has different risk tolerances. There's different price action trades, different opportunities. It all depends on each individual's. Each individual has different risk tolerances, and we did bounce here very nicely here against the 73, the overnight low. If you're a little aggressive. All right, nice little pop there against the overnight low there at 73, one of our price action trades. Now, I don't always mention the price action trades because everybody here doesn't have to take them. Yeah, at least I mentioned it. All right, nice little pop there against the 73 area. Suggested that might be a little opportunity there. Not everybody has to take those trades. Again, they are there depends on everybody's risk tolerance. Those are just trades that we worked for us in the past, and we like to kind of point them out every now and then. All right. Still looking at 70 areas, our next little support. You can see there in the chat. There are no economic reports coming out this morning. Yeah, we're just kind of, again, these are holiday markets, holiday markets. So if we get one or two opportunities there, even though we like to average about 4 to 5 trades a day, the keyword there is average. And but might not always be the case in this time of the year. And that includes price action trades as well. So now drifting back down here to these lows. Our 70 is our next support level on the downside. All right, we got right down to the 70 area there. Got down to 69 and a quarter, and I had a nice little pop back up here. All right, that's no heat on that one whatsoever. A little tiny heat, nothing to go too excited about. Nice little scalp there for us against our for the second support area there at 70. And a nice little pop back up here. Definitely giving you more than 2 or 3 points if you are so inclined. If you have traded multiple contracts, maybe you can hold on to stuff. A little bit more than a couple points out of it. All right. Nice little scalp there for those of you who are trading with us. Again, if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask in the chat. We do offer education courses for the methodology that we use and how to find these areas, how to trade them to according to your risk tolerances to maximize profits, and just kind of trade every day. Trade in futures. You can use kind of the same concepts that we offer here in the S&Ps, minis, and other markets as well. Okay. If anybody has any questions, again, feel free to ask. All right. Well, got a few opportunities this morning, so sometimes surprises me. Don't expect much to happen, and all of a sudden, yeah, thing happens here. That's cool. All right. Went all the way back up here to some bonds here, rotating to the downside. Last couple of days, they have not been really trading too positively, surprisingly. Let's see here. Yield is at 415, believe it or not, and a little higher right now, especially with this little break right now that's going on. And again, there's no news, but interesting on the eve of FOMC meeting. They were definitely zeroing on some kind of, they went down to 4, maybe a little less than that, and the yield, and right now they're around 420. So that's the tens. Obviously, it doesn't mean that the Fed's not going to cut. It just means it's just a strange rotation just on the eve of, them having everybody saying that we're going to have rate cuts. We'll see. It's not like their Fed governors are talking because they're not allowed to. So where is move is coming from? All right, coming back up here to the summit price. Again, if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask in the chat. We don't mind questions. All right, just chopping around now. This is what I like to call a no trade zone right now. It did bounce very nicely there against our support level. So if you were at any trade on, you were looking to be long that area. Again, that's on price. Doing its job again. I mean, bonds also here. Weird little break here. Kind of very quietly bouncing in to the lows. So I guess that kind of a weird little move here on the eve of them in the meeting. So we'll see. See going forward what that means. Well, we'll see Wednesday. But we won't see because we're out of here. I'm not going to be trading it at that late in the afternoon. But we'll trade the fallout on Thursday. That happens. And then going forward, it might be very, very slow here. And going into the end of the year. He had a good run, man. They complaining about. And unfortunately, as far as they get older. That's all. I mean, this is when you're playing sports, your prime is a few years there. But hey, he had a good run. Yeah, that is the problem. Of course, they're still lost to the Packers, even though they looked like they had an opportunity there to sneak away with a win. But they played. I think they played well. The Bears did. I think they just. I think they're going to be contending. I think the quarterback is great. I mean, I don't know. One of my friends thinks I'm crazy for saying that, but I like him. We'll see what happens. Yeah, nobody was expecting. The funny thing is everybody's now saying about the Bears that they had. This was their year to win, and I'm like, what do you mean? Everybody said this was their year to win. Beginning of the season, nobody predicted them to be even close. They had a hard schedule. They were going to, I think the over-under on their total wins was going to be like 7. And now all of a sudden they're playing okay, and then they're like, oh yeah, the Bears shit. This is their year to win, and they're not going to win. Who said this is their year to win? People just like weird stuff sometimes people come up with. That last play was weird. He had options, chose the wrong one. That last play was, I think the guy was open. It was a great play, first of all, but he was late throwing the ball, and then he threw it to the wrong spot. And he could have run for a first down. He had options there. I think he saw the play develop, but it didn't come. When you're at that level, you have when you're playing basketball, you got like a half a second to not even a half a second. Sometimes you have passing lane. If you don't get that passing lane at that moment, and the moment will be gone because the defense will catch up. And that's what happened there. He had one moment to throw the pass. He held onto the ball for an extra moment. And by the time he made that decision to throw the ball, it was way too late. Because that kid, he was open, but he also threw it the wrong spot. Two things wrong with that last play. And he could have ran for the first down. I mean, there's so many things that could have done on that play. But, they played really well, though. They gave up some really bad touchdowns. Definitely have to work on that breakdown. I don't usually watch a game, but I did watch that one last night. It's a fun game to watch, even though your Bears fan came out on the wrong side. But man, I got, there's a little group chat with my friends, and one guy is just totally against them. I'm like, what are you talking about? I mean, they weren't supposed to do any of it. This was the year they're winning, and they're not going to. Who said this is the year they're going to win? Anyway, the football as the season also kind of winds down very fast. And for those Notre Dame fans who got snubbed by the whatever gods are in the college football ranks, they were supposed to got snubbed pretty bad, actually. I think they're kind of telling Notre Dame that they have to join a conference because that is not a good, very strange how they left them out. They definitely have a better record than Alabama, that's for sure. And Alabama gets in, not a problem. So I don't know, kind of weird. But this is politics. Sometimes that happens. Get weird politics sometimes going on behind the scenes. All right, well, I'll just kind of range bound here at the bottom. Go say that my son-in-law did say that they were going to snub Notre Dame after Alabama lost. He was a bet you that Alabama will get in, Notre Dame won't. Anyway, they ruined college sports with the NIL stuff. Totally ruined it. They go from like keeping it like pretty kosher to completely ruining it. I mean, they were trying to fix it, except they went completely. I mean, they just ruined it. It's just ruined it. I don't understand how it could be not. First of all, it was never amateurish hour anyway. But then now it's like, if somebody didn't play college and they couldn't be eligible to play, even though he's 25, you can go play. It's just really, really ridiculous. The Bears are definitely. I mean, I think the breakdown on the defense yesterday was the two to play right before the half. That was just like bad communication. They can't let that stuff happen. And then they had a touchdown play there where the kid ran through 3 or 4 guys. I think in the third quarter or something. If they just get a field goal out of that, at least the Bears have a chance to tie. But hey, you know what? This stuff happens. You got to learn from it, and sure they feel bad, but it also, you if you're a good team, you're going to learn from losses. You're going to learn to, and so hopefully, I don't think they have nothing to look bad about. They definitely, definitely played well, and they deserve recognition that they got for 1 week because they were the NFC. They were leading in the NFC total, best team in the NFC for 1 week. I think they went from first to like sixth for losing one game. That's how tight the NFC is. Kind of funny. But they have some, it's still going to be a good test for them because they have some big games coming up. So it's going to test their perseverance here. So we'll see what happens. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out what they have left to play. They still have to play Green Bay again. They have to play San Francisco, which is playing well, and then they have to play Detroit. And Detroit killed them in one of the first 2 games of the season. So we'll see what happens. Look at the beginning of the season, nobody was talking about them playing, so I haven't been doing anything exciting. Now we're coming back down here to these interim lows. So what happens when nothing's happening? You talk about everything but. No, that's what we're talking about. Everything but. But then we had some nice trades, so we can't complain considering how quiet it's been or is. Coming down here to these interim lows, our next support level on the downside we have is down at the 63 area. All right, new lows here. And yeah, also bonds have new lows. I think bonds are, I don't know what's going on in the bond market, but it's a little strange move on the heels, on the eve of this meeting. That's a big move considering something's up there. Don't know what. I just see stuff and kind of see what happens. But again, we're not trying to figure out the bigger picture. All we're trying to do is trade, take advantage of ebbs and flows. Yeah, well, right now, yeah, that's true, Michael. It's but the timing that's weird for me. Like all of a sudden they know something. Bond market knows something. All right, and I think let's see what the bonds do. If they react to what's going on in the bond market here, as we come down here, we're continuing to push here to new lows. Our next support level we're looking at is down here at the 63 area. Timing of this move a little strange. Right before the meeting. I think it's definitely dragging the S&Ps down because it's a big move there in the bond market for no reason on a quiet Monday. What do I know? I don't know. All right, you need to down tick. Get down here to 66. Yep, we got 63. There are the levels in the chat for those who might have missed them. Use those as a guide to the day. Okay, little bounce there. Be patient here, wait for opportunities. right, nice little bounce there. Bonds tearing it down, babe. This is interesting. What's going on there? Definitely opening the floodgates there in the bond market. All right, nice little bounce. After that little got down to 60, was at 63. All right, there, Philip. Have a good one. Oh, quickly rotating back down here to these norm lows. We've got 63 next support level. All right, continuing to move back to these lows. We're looking at the 63 area here. See what it wants to do. Quickly rotate it down here. And keep your stops in place. We're not going to love any trade we put on. All right, coming down here to 63. Working the 63 area here a touch. Yeah, like I said, make sure you keep your stops in place. We're not going to love any trade we put on. Okay, continuing to downtick here. Again, a little pressure there in the bond market, I think. Pushing us down here a little bit. That's why we gotta keep our stops in place. We never know when we're gonna run through like we are right now. And so our next support level we're looking at, focused on, is down here at the 53 area. Yeah, we got down to 58 there, a little flush down here. And we never know when there's going to be some push one way or the other, so that's why we always keep our stops in place. obviously market under a little bit of pressure. They got down through 63 there and bounced back up here a little bit. Again, we're always going to keep our stops in place. Not going to load any trade we put on. Got down to 58 there. The resistance right now would be up around the 75 area. popping up here a little bit. Low resistance around the 75 area.
You think all this is related to the Fed?
I mean, I can't imagine it not being. I mean, the bond move anyway, for sure. But I mean, remember, they are not supposed to say anything. So, you know.
Well, the bonds are anticipating a rate drop.
Well, they were prior to. Well, they still are. There's like 75% chance, but this move here in the bond market is definitely taking those chances lower.
So if this was a normal deal, you would say that they were probably going to raise rate looking at the bond chart going down like this, right?
I would say that instead of everybody assuming there was going to be a rate cut, that they're going to leave it the same.
Yeah.
Because everybody, there was like we're saying there was going to be like a 75% chance that they were going to have a rate cut. Well, those chances got to be getting a little bit less because the rates have gone up here over the last half hour.
I wonder if the government being shut down has messed up their numbers, their guidance.
Well, I mean, yeah, you could say that, but you know what? They know what the numbers are anyway.
Yeah.
You know, they are the government.
They're going to be what we want them to be.
Yeah, I mean, you know, and but this move here in the bond market is definitely, you know, like Michael was saying, that if you got below 115, it was holding above 115 and trading between 115 and 118, which was rotating between the yield of 615 and 415 on the high side, and then 4 on the downside. And it's definitely above, should be above 415 here. So just an interesting move, considering the timing. That's all. Hey, are you going to be around Thursday and Friday?
As far as I know, I am.
Okay, maybe, yeah. Are you able to jump in here for me?
Sir, are you coming in the mornings or?
No, I'm not going to be around, actually.
Okay. Thursday and Friday?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks.
I mean, I'm just throwing up my hands. I've got numbers all over the place.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Wednesday they're going to release, so you might get something.
How does this play out since this is rollover and Wednesday's the release date?
Yeah, well,
It's going to be wild.
Yeah, I mean, most of the action's still going to be in the D's contract, even on Thursday.
Yeah.
You know, it's going to take them a little bit of time to shift over.
So look to shift on Friday.
Yeah, we'll shift it on Friday. that'll keep us alive and not giving anybody any trouble.
It seems like all this is coming to a head.
Yeah, but it's also again this time of the year, so it's there's light volatility. You know, tomorrow, I mean Wednesday you might get Wednesday and maybe Thursday you'll get something, but Wednesday afternoon, but for the most part, you know, there's a very light volatility here. There's not much, and we're on the highs, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like it's really off the highs. The only big move is in the bond market right now.
You know, I hadn't seen this in a long time where these normal areas that they should get to, not even getting close, they're just stopping.
Yeah,
But I mean, it's just not above; it's above and below. It's kind of like, okay, this is going to be interesting.
yeah, I agree.
And I figure I just played it off. Okay, this is the contract rollover change, just screwing things up.
Could be. I mean, I mean, again, it's just this time of the year. It's
Yeah.
light volume. You don't get the follow through, and sometimes you get a follow through because there's not much there to stop it, and it's too much of a follow through. So it's like it plays with you both ways.
This is normal and around Christmas and also in what the summer, midsummer.
Yeah, summertime for sure. Definitely this month. Once they, you know, I guess they didn't release the unemployment number on Friday because of the shutdown. So I don't know when they're even going to release the unemployment number. You know, so I guess
Okay,
you know, they have to catch up at some point with the unemployment number. I don't know when they're going to do it next.
a technical question for you. Through your years on the floor, did you have? I'm like now. You already know Christmas is usually slow, and summer months are usually slow. Is there better months and slower months, like seasonal type patterns?
Well, you just know that you shouldn't trade too much and get yourself in trouble in the morning.
Yeah,
You know, because you're not going to have too many opportunities in the afternoon to get it back if you're trading too much. So the key is, especially you know, when we used to go down in December, especially after the last unemployment, was that we, you know, just traded small. You trade a little bit, and then you look to see what party you're going to go to in the afternoon. Because that's what you did.
Tough decisions.
Yeah,
I love it.
you didn't trade too much. Get yourself out of trouble. You know it's going to be slow. You know it's not going to be giving you too many opportunities. So you just kind of just trade small, and yeah, like I said, don't get yourself in trouble, and then see where we're going for our party. So they did have parties during this time of the year, whether it be the firm or whether it be another trader, and yeah, it's a fun time of the year. But now we don't do that anymore, so it's kind of. But I missed that part. what what they're going to do as far as rate cuts. Very strange time for it to have a this move here, only because it doesn't make any sense right before the meeting that you're going to go above the top end of the yield range that the market's been trading at forever. Like the timing is a little strange here as far as what the bonds are doing. And they are breaking some support. So
what's the March contract trading at?
March in the S&Ps right now. Let's see, we're trading at 62. March is trading at like 22.
69.22.
Yeah.
It's a shame we just can't buy them here and roll over into March.
Yeah.
Yeah, we made money.
Yeah, that'd be kind of good, right? Be too easy.
This morning I come in, I said, it's a shame I can't put on a long and a short position, and one of them's got to be right.
It's like if you go to a racetrack and bet on every horse, you're going to win. Somebody's going to win.
This old timer, I was over the track one day. This old timer was standing next to the paddock, where they walk them out and show the horses before the race.
Sure.
And he said, "You know how to tell who's going to win the race?" I says, "No, I wish I did." He says, "You pick the horse in here that's got the smallest ankles."
Ankles.
Ankles, you're right up just above the hoofs.
That's never heard that one before.
And he said, "You look at all these horses," and he pointed them out to me. Number 6 and number 4. He said, "These two are going to place, or they're going to win. One of them's going to win." And he was right. I kind of got to looking at those ankles. I'm going. He says what it is. He said the horses with the smallest ankles in the frames tend to be the fastest. And I never heard that.
Never heard that either. Never heard that one. Ankles. It's amazing how small those ankles are, considering how big the
horse. Yeah,
the horses are. It's amazing.
Yeah, he said the fast ones will tend to snap a bone if they're not careful. But he said they're usually the fastest. And you could just go down there and look and pick one and place it to show, and you made money a little bit, not much.
Wow.
Did you get the numbers below 45?
Yeah, we got 36, 25, and then 17. Yeah, that's always a good one too. Is in the walking ring before the race, if somebody's deciding to relieve himself, it's always a good look.
Yeah, why carry that extra weight?
That's right.
I love it. I have never thought of that.
Yeah.
Hey, quick shout out. Welcome to Annette. Hey, Annette, I sent you out a chat message in Zoom. For everybody that's here, make sure you open up your chat feature in Zoom so you can get our messages. Make sure you respond. Certainly read them. Understand the opportunities that we present here on a daily basis, and then check in and let us know if you are hearing us, getting our messages, so we know you're not a bot. We're coming into 11. We'll have Q&A for those that are new at 11. And then we'll end our programming this session, and we'll come back and do it again tomorrow. We open up at 9 a.m. and go to 11. We're looking to do 2, 3, 4, 5 trades. We're looking to pick up 2 points plus in each trade, both fade trades and momentum trades. Price action trading methodology. Your host is a 25-year veteran trader of the trading pits in Chicago. He's actively scalping and working the market. He is your coach for this session and our daily sessions. There's a fee for the service. You're coming in as a guest. We also put on the bottom of the chat message the fee schedule in addition to the coaching levels for today's session. So when you're new, you pop in, we send it out to you. Just make sure you let us know that you are real and a carbon-based unit. And at 11, we'll start our Q&A. Any questions about the session or what we do here? We'll do it then. Thank you. We can do it in chat or audio. If you have a mic and you want to test it, then we can do that also.
All right, well, we're kind of hanging here on these interim lows. Shall see where the market wants to take us. We gave you levels here. You can see it in the chat that we traded around. We kind of ran through our 63 area there, but our first couple trades worked very nicely there, 80 and 70, and also a couple price action trades if you're a little aggressive worked as well. And now we're just kind of floating, kind of hanging on this low end of this range. Again, bond market here kind of breaking here, kind of surprised with the break, if you ask me, especially on the verge of their meeting on Wednesday. Well, I think they're going to have the results on Wednesday. High end of the yields going into, I mean, this is just happening right now. For the most part, it was not much was going on there. And all of a sudden, they must have a leak or something. What's going on over there? Very strange. Like, timing is very strange. I don't take any of these moves like coincidentally. There's too much money involved here for it to be coincidental. We're going to have a big break in the bond market here, right on the verge of the announcement of the last meeting. All right, so we're kind of hanging here on these interim lows. Our next support level on the downside is down at the 53 area. All right, coming here to the lows, looking at the 53 area. Well, coming here on the lows, I should say. Not lows yet. We're looking at 53, and we give you additional levels there in the chat for those of you who are going to be trading. You can always use the levels all day long. Price action trades become a little bit more different as the day goes on because the volatility is different. The dynamics change as the day goes on. That's why we kind of focus on the morning hours to give us our opportunities. We feel dynamics work well for what we're trying to do. The volume changes, the volatility changes, everything changes in the afternoon. So we kind of focus on the morning hours to give us our opportunities. But you can use the levels all day long if that's what you are trying to do here. We continue to make new lows. We're looking at the 53 area next. Again, I like to scale in around there, so I'm in 54, 3 and 52 around my level. And we did not get down there. I'm trying. Again, always keep your stop in place. We're not going to love any trade we put on. No, we got down to 55 and a quarter. We're looking at least for 54, but we did not get there. So be careful there at 54 if you're going to trade the 54. Obviously, we would have liked to gotten that on that first move. All right, continue to downtick here. Again, so be a little bit careful there at 54 if you are going to jump in there at 54. Okay, coming down here to the 53 area. All right, there's our 53. See what we want to do here. Again, make sure you keep your stops in place. We're not going to love any trade we put on. Trying to give us a little bit here. Well, I got up to 55 there, but I don't think we got filled there. So be careful. No, we definitely didn't do the 54 for the reasons we talked about. Okay. Like I said, you have to be careful there. So kind of maybe just got out because we didn't give us our 2 points. And then adjust there. You didn't take the 52 for obvious reasons. You got to make adjustments according to the price action. Since we got up to 55 there and bounced up, well, like I said, you have to be a little bit careful there. Almost have to just exit, take what it gave us. Well, it didn't give us our 2 points only because of the price action, and just kind of just go with it. Next support level we have down here is at 45. Again, bond market here creating a little push, I think, to the downside for us. See what happens this week. Like I said, it's a weird time for that market to give us this little break. Now we're quickly coming down here to 45 area. All right. Continue to downtick here. That's why we keep our stops in place. And again, we did mention that we have to be a little bit careful there with the way that was traded there. It got up to 55 and then bounced off. So you have to take that into consideration just a little bit. Okay, very, very choppy here. And make sure you keep your stops in place. And we're looking at the 45. Okay, just got down to 48 and a half here. All right, well, we're coming here to the end of our morning session at some nice trades early on, and then we just kind of had to work a couple of these levels here to kind of not work too kindly for us, but we gave you additional levels to the downside. And we shall see where this takes us. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to ask in the chat. Otherwise, we'll get back here in a bit.
For those that are joining us through our socials, join us live, daytradingmarkets.org. Follow the instructions in the bottom of your charts if you want to come on in, find out what we do, how we do it, why we do it, and help you get set up as an entrepreneur trading, help you with one-on-one coaching, our daily coaching session, which we are just at the end of. Any questions? Annette, welcome. Richard, Roger, Sarah. You can use the microphone if you have any questions about today's session, about the opportunities as it relates to the service. Hey, Don, thank you for today. Hey, Don, have you heard from Phoenix at all? I'm not sure if he's on. So we're here from 9 a.m. to 11 daily. We look to do 2, 3, 4, 5 trades. We're looking to pick up 2 points plus on each trade. We trade based on a price action trading methodology. This is a coaching session. It is a fee for service coaching session. During this coaching session, as far as deliverables, you have your host, which is a 25-year veteran trader, coaching you through the trading session. He sets key levels for his own trading and gives them out to everybody. These are his coaching levels. Today's coaching levels were set as a pivot and other levels on top and bottom of that pivot. You quickly find that Sol's levels are pretty darn good. However, the market changes and he adjusts and tweaks based on the action of price, and he works that as he helps you work that through each session.
Yes, I did talk to her yesterday.
She okay?
Right. Yeah, she's okay. They've just got a bunch of stuff going on, and she's having to stop and take care of everything. And so as soon as she gets all of that, she told me to tell everybody hello.
Yeah, great. No, appreciate it. Just, I hadn't heard from her, and then I was just worried. I know you're in connection with her pretty good, so.
Yeah. Matter of fact, we talked on the phone, and so she's a busy lady.
No worries. Hey, one of the great things we talk about, that trading is about freedom. We've discussed that before. So you come back when you're ready, and you can take time off when you want, which I think is great. But I appreciate you doing that.
And there's just times that you just have to just say, hey, I got to stop and take care of other stuff. I get too involved in the trading side of it.
It's funny. That's how I feel about social media. Lately, I've been spending too much time in there.
Yeah.
And it really is a time killer.
Yeah, it is.
Time waster.
I can sit down at a computer and a day is gone.
Yeah, it's amazing, right? I do that on my phone. And I'm like, wait a second, I've been on there for an hour. What the hell am I doing?
I have a flip phone. I don't have that problem.
Yeah, no, I'm telling you, you're lucky, actually.
And, I go into the doctor's office and there's 20 people in the waiting room. And at least 15 of them's on their phone. And I can understand that. You're bored. You want something to do.
Yeah, and it's tough to make light conversation in a doctor's waiting room. You just keep your head down. Get in and get out.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm I have email and different things, on my social media. But if you get, I go into Instagram and I'm on there for like a half an hour. I got to get the heck out of this thing. It's not doing me any good in here. And then it wants me to buy stuff. I'm like,
oh yeah.
It's got all these influencers on there trying to make hay and make you buy stuff. So I'm going to close out the social part. Daytradingmarkets.org is the link to come in. It can only help you if you come in. So we use this as an introduction. So we're going to come out of that now. While you're in our socials, like us, share us, repost us, heart us, bookmark us. It's very helpful with the algorithms to help us get out of the box.